Al Pacino's a Taurus. Marilyn Monroe was a Gemini. Oprah is an Aquarius. What sign are you? I'm Jill Preston, your planetary voice to love, career, money, and success. Astrology is as big as the stars.
Good day, everyone. Do you have the brightest star in the night sky called Sirius, conjuncting your rising sign, conjuncting your midheaven, conjuncting your sun sign in Cancer, in the degree of about 12, 13, or 14 degrees of Cancer? If you do, you very well could have been blessed with the brightest star conjunct your midheaven, your rising sign, your sun sign, and so on. Anybody here born on July 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th, you could be very well a sun sign of Cancer conjuncting this bright star Sirius in your chart. So you want to know, right? You want to look it up. The United States of America, his birthday is July 4th. And yes, the United States was born with the sun conjuncting Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. Sirius falls at approximately 13 or 14 degrees of Cancer. And it was the star Sirius makes up one of 15 Bahamian stars that were known to have magical powers associated with them by our ancestors. And many of our ancestors would assign a plant and a gemstone to each one of these 15 fixed stars. Now, Sirius's plant assigned to it is the juniper plant, and the gemstone associated with it, or the mineral, is beryl, B-E-R-Y-L, any mineral in the beryl family, and I think that's mainly emeralds, isn't it? And I think it's emeralds, and it's either emeralds and sapphires or emeralds and aquamarines. I can't remember, but regardless, what great gemstones are associated with Sirius. Those are gorgeous. Anyway, the bright star Sirius is such a cool star. Now, if you have this placement, meaning you have a very tight conjunction with the bright star Sirius, it can mean you can have a shiny, shiny family unit. It could mean you have a shiny, shiny energy about you when it comes to nurturing, when it comes to loving, when it comes to caring for others, when it comes to helping people feel loved and cared for, and helping people with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Cancer is all about love, love of the family, love of care, love of nurturing. Cancer is the only sign ruled by the moon. It fluctuates, it's moody, and it represents our home life, the real estate. Are we safe? Do we have a place with food and shelter? Is there more food on the table for tomorrow? Is there food in the table for our future? Is there a home for us to stay in? Is there housing? Do we need housing? Do we have housing? Does our family play a role in our housing or our food or our nurturing? Do we come from a family that is well known? And therefore you're well known not because of what you do, but because your family unit is well known. Are you a chef? Are you a cook? Are you a baker? Do you do anything with food and feeding the nation? The United States has a strong Sirius, and the United States of America is known for feeding the world, feeding the nation. The United States is known to have a big focus on the family unit, which is good for families, maybe not so good for single people. Regardless, owning your own home is important for people in the United States. Having food on the table, having shelter. We need to do a better job about a lot of these things in the United States. I'll be the first to say so. But regardless, we are known for many of those qualities. You get tax breaks if you're a family, right? Versus a single person. You have an easier time getting into a home if you have a family versus if you're a single person. Now, granted, like I mentioned, there's room for improvement in the United States with this, but I'm talking about the fixed star Sirius conjuncting the sun sign of Cancer, because the United States of America is a sun sign of Cancer. July 4th is the birthday of the United States. So anybody here who was born on July 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, the 3rd of July, check and see where this star, Sirius, falls in your chart. Now, Sirius satellite radio. Don't you find it interesting that a satellite radio station is full of stars from country to hip-hop to rock and roll to classical, to talk show hosts, all are on Sirius satellite radio. These are all stars, bright stars. You have Garth Brooks. You've got all these famous musicians on Sirius satellite radio having their music played or their talk show. I think Sirius radio knew about the star Sirius and knew it was a bright star. And there you go. Sirius satellite radio, right? Now, if you were going to take this a step further and say, hey, so what do I do if I have Sirius conjuncting my midheaven in Cancer or, on my sun sign or on my rising sign, and maybe I want a career or maybe I want to be seen as a star in a Cancerian way? What would that mean? Well, when you think of television or the movies or famous people that might have a Cancerian flavor to them, what do you think of? So for me, I think of all the cooking shows on television. I think of the Food Channel, the Food Network. I think of when Guy Fieri is cooking or Trisha Yearwood is serving up her recipes. I think of any of the food networks or channels or movies, Master Chef. What about the Great Baking? What is that Great Baking channel in the UK? I love that show. That reminds me of a Cancer conjuncting Sirius energy. Anything to do with cooking, feeding the nation, anything to do with Habitat for Humanity, any of those HGTV television shows would be Sirius conjuncting Cancer careers. Another place I would go is to the Netflix series Selling Sunset. What goes on that show? They're all selling real estate. 2 stars, $1 million real estate properties all over Hollywood. Selling Sunset. That reminds me of Sirius conjuncting Cancer. The Kardashians. There's a family unit that are all stars, and people are associated with the Kardashians because everybody knows their name, the Kardashians, the family. You could be known by your family being well known or your family being famous. It doesn't have to be big Hollywood star level. You could be from a family that is known in your small town. Maybe your uncle has a ranch or a farm and feeds and, harvests wheat and barley for the world. It could show up that way. Cancer conjuncting Sirius. There's a shiny star quality to this energy. Now, Cancer is not known for its famous aspect. It's not like Leo, which is known for the spotlight and Hollywood and glamour. Cancer's nurturing. Cancer's about, are you okay? Are you cared for? Do you have water? Do you have food? What can I get you? And in mood fluctuations in the family unit. And am I close to the family or am I really distant from the family? But with this Sirius conjunct the Cancer constellation, you've got the star energy now. Okay? So, you want a cooking show? Go for it. You want a real estate show? Go for it. Show up. Make a name for yourself. Make a name for your family. You want to build for Habitat for Humanity? Go for it. You've got the Sirius star working in your favor. Those of you with this Cancer energy conjuncting Sirius in the midheaven, rising sign or sun sign. Okay? Now, there's always a high expression and a low expression. So what would the low expression be of this energy? Well, it could be that you weren't really close to your family. You could have been the ugly duckling in the family. You know, the ugly duckling story. Maybe you disassociated with the family. Maybe you don't get your family. Maybe you don't even like your family with this placement. Maybe you're just like, but you come from a famous family, but you don't really like them, and they don't get you, and you don't get them, and you really don't feel close to them, and you kind of just feel like you're the outcast, and they never really got who you were. Or they judged you, and they thought the decisions you made, they never understood your decisions. They couldn't believe you didn't go this way in your career and you decided to do this, or whatever it is. It could be the ugly duckling story you have going on with Sirius conjunct your Cancer energy as well, which means that maybe you're not close to your family, and that's why the family unit is so important for you. And that is why taking care of others and showing love and compassion and nurturing and having a roof over your head is so important to you, and helping others have the same. It can also mean that you shine in the world, shine brighter than any member of your family. And your family's going, wow, how did that happen? So there could be family drama in your energy field with Sirius conjunct Cancer, and that is true. So, know if you carry this bright star Sirius. I think it's so beautiful. It's one of the 15 Bahamian stars. It's associated with juniper. It's associated with emeralds and sapphires. And it's associated with the constellation of Cancer in the United States and Sirius Radio. And it's amazing. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy.